All right, we're diving right in. Are online banks safe? If you've ever asked yourself that question while scrolling, you are in the right place, especially if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, and you're considering moving your hard-earned nest egg somewhere without a single brick or friendly bank teller in sight. Does anybody actually go to the bank anymore? Well, I guess we do sometimes. So we're going to have a real one-on-one chat about the safety of online banks, how it might impact your financial world, and a few smart steps you can take right now. So what does safe even mean in banking? Yeah, I think of the bad guys doing a bank robbery and telling the manager, open the safe. Well, when most people ask if online banks are safe, what they really are getting at is, will I lose my money? Am I more likely to be a victim of fraud or some nefarious internet plot? Well, here's the big news. Online banks are regulated just like the traditional banks you've used for decades. Most reputable online banks in the U.S. are insured by the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which means if the bank fails, your deposits are protected up to $250,000 per depositor, per bank, per account type. That's the same at your local branch. If you're banking through an online credit union, your money is similarly protected by the NCUA. So that peace of mind you've always had when walking into a branch, you've still got it digitally. All right, how about some security features? Well, there is high-tech armor for your money. Online banks know people are nervous, especially retirees, who tend to be targeted more by fraudsters and scammers. So online banks invest heavily in security features. We're talking multi-factor authentication, MFA. It means even if someone gets your password, they need a special code from your phone or email to get in. There are biometric logins, face recognition, fingerprints, the stuff of sci-fi movies just a few years ago. And of course, you've probably gotten these real-time fraud alerts. You get a text or a call when something fishy pops up. It's like having a digital watchdog on patrol or on duty. And end-to-end encryption. Basically, your financial information gets wrapped in an unbreakable code. In fact, some experts argue that these digital protections outshine what your neighborhood branch can offer for identity and transaction security. So, why are more retirees and elderly hesitant, and why does it even matter? All right, I completely understand the hesitation around all this digital stuff. Multiple surveys show older adults are far more concerned about their security than their techie grandkids. You might worry about getting locked out of an account, misunderstanding the tech, or making a costly mistake. But here's what's at stake for our generation. Online banks often offer significantly higher interest rates on savings accounts and CDs because they don't have the costs of branches. They don't have all that overhead. That means your retirement dollars can stretch further in a high-yield online account. Lower fees in many cases. Many online banks charge fewer fees. Just think no monthly maintenance or overdraft fees lurking in the fine print. That would be kind of cool. And ease of use, especially if mobility or transportation is tricky. Yeah, once you do it once or twice, depositing a check right via your phone, not such a big deal. A lot of folks over 50 appreciate being able to manage their money without having to drive across town or wait in line. Yes. And built-in budgeting and tracking tools can make it much easier to stay on top of income and expenses in retirement. But hey, okay, there's no sugarcoating it. The lack of face-to-face service, confusing digital platforms, or getting locked out can be stressful for anyone, especially as folks get older. Yeah, I refuse to use the self-checkout at Publix. I want a little human interaction when I'm checking out my groceries. Same with the bank maybe for some. All right, here's 3 things you can do right now to make sure you're secure if you're considering going online with your banking. So, how do you reap the rewards without risking your retirement peace of mind? Well, here they are, the steps. Check for FDIC, or if you're in a credit union, the NCUA insurance before you sign up. Look for that FDIC or NCUA logo on their website. If you're still not sure, use the FDIC's Bank Find tool online and type in the bank's name to double check. And use strong security habits. Yeah, it's not the old days where you used the same password for every website. Even the best locks need a good key. Always use strong, unique passwords. And turn on two-factor authentication whenever it's offered. And avoid public Wi-Fi when banking online. Never click on suspicious emails or texts that claim to be from your bank. You can test drive a bank with maybe a small amount of money. If you're still unsure, just start small and simple. Open an account with a small deposit, $100, $500. Learn your way around the website or app before moving more money over. And if you get stuck, don't be shy. Call their customer service. Yeah, that's what they're there for. A good online bank should have real humans ready to help. All right, online banks can be absolutely safe. Sometimes even safer than what you're used to down at the branch. If you choose the right one and use a few smart precautions. And so what's the payoff? Why even bother? Higher interest rates, fewer fees in many cases, and the freedom to manage your retirement money right from your kitchen, home office, the lanai, the living room, wherever you want to. If you have questions about picking a bank, protecting your identity, or just getting started, why not drop them in the comments below and see what kind of responses you get. And remember, I'm always here to help. Your financial confidence shouldn't retire just because you do. Stay safe, and in the meantime, I'll see you in the next episode.